the system doesn't work. And
let's say that like the use your own. Let's use your own example, right? As I think you brought up abortion, right? Do you think? Let's say that God, he had a Job moment with you, and he took you up into the sky and starts talking with you, and you see like two paths for the American future, depending on what Christians do, right? And one of them, America's going to fall apart because Christians didn't toe the line. They valued disagreeing with a government that defends the murder of helpless children. They disagreed with that more than they agreed with having a union at all. And eventually, that led to America falling apart and us getting invaded and America being no more. And then the other path, right? Christians continue to try these pragmatistic damage control policies, or like the heartbeat law, a certain amount of months, and all these things to try to get people to stop doing it, or at least stop doing it as much, or put limitations on it. And down that pathway, you can see that America survives, right? It survives for a really long time. It's not invaded, it doesn't fall apart. What I'm saying is, do you really think as a Christian, we're supposed to value the subsistence of the American nation over against these moral values like the right of an unborn child? I think that's a higher value.
Raise myself where I am. You make me love. I grow and find a new answer.
I know what you're doing with that language.
What ramen you get? You got pork in your ramen?
Nah, beef. Pause.
I get a ramen with chicken meatballs in it.
Chicken meatballs.
Yes.
Like, there's not an excuse to be naive anymore. Everyone else jumped on the fucking ship, so no child left behind. You left your own kids behind, as far as I'm.
And I dropped a link in the chat for you. So the Census Bureau is what collects that data. And it says for every national election since 1964, we collected data on the characteristics of American voters, find out how many citizens of voting age are registered, and how many vote by age, sex, race, ethnicity, and more. So the census gathers that data.
But I never filled out anything like that.
Well, not every single person's gonna do it. They're gonna pepper it out there, and they just follow that small sample set.
Will you pin it at the top? I'm driving, I can't.
Yeah.
To your point on those last points before Sid came in, you openly had the vice presidential candidate Waltz saying in interviews that there needed to be limits on the First Amendment. I mean, there's some crazy stuff there. We would have had a czar of misinformation the way that they tried to implement earlier with that crazy woman. Can't remember her name.
Van Jones talked about how all the Hitler rhetoric was coming from the right.
From the right?
Right. I'm like, there's video out there, my guy. You're not going to get away with that one. Oh, PTR, Matt, to see how unaffected Jarl was this morning.
Oh, see,
But
That's
when
where
is
you're
he?
wrong. They
When
get
is
away
he
with it.
effective? When is he effective?
Monica, I love these receipts you have in your PTR. Beautiful job, by the way.
You're such an asshole.
Look at that.
Wait, can someone read it out loud because I'm driving?
Oh,
Yeah,
Daryl's gonna
you
come
guys
and
are like all
read it
about
for
the jokes.
ourselves.
Let me read it. Let me read it, Monica.
Maybe
Whoa.
Charles can read it. Yeah, Charles, do you want to? Go for it,
Yes.
Charles.
Congrats, pro-Trumpers. I'm sure pedophiles everywhere are really happy right now. I think it's funny. It's a funny comment, guys. It's just a joke.
Matt, did you hear that the
Wait.
Pizzagate?
What did he say? That's what you wrote in the chat. I can't see it. That's what you wrote. That pedophile about
Yes.
pedophile?
Sorry, I offended you guys. I didn't expect
no, I
you guys
just
to
don't
get
think
triggered
that-
so easily. I thought the right was like all about this type of back
No,
and
I
forth.
don't think that anything pedophilic or writing a pedophile. I don't see any like humor in it, no matter what the circumstances. Does anybody think like any
No, so
kind of
you
Like,
can decide what's funny now, and I thought I thought like comedians were free to make jokes. At least try.
no, but they don't
Yeah,
talk about
I, mean,
pedophiles.
I would appreciate it if you let me make jokes, but
I would
whatever.
appreciate if you let me have an opinion.
Listen, it's like this. The fact is, nobody stopped you from making jokes. It was just lame. It's whack and it's lame.
That's the point. Yeah.
You guys don't do jokes good. You don't do memes good. So if you've seen the latest JD Vance meme, that's humor right there. You seen the latest JD Vance meme? I'm not gonna repeat it, but
Do you guys
that's
the irony though of getting upset at jokes that the left does when like
Upset.
your whole thing on the right is like,
No, but
think about it. This
If the
is hilarious.
right does a meme, if the right does a meme, you guys will make that you guys don't like. You guys will cancel culture them, and you'll get them banned so that they can't have any freedom of speech. You guys are allowed to post your lame ass shit anywhere that you want to. We don't care. Like, we don't give a shit. You guys we know that you're lame and not good at stuff. But like, we're not gonna cancel you.
It's the same reason why Deadpool is still pulling money out of all the Marvel series, because it's not politically correct humor. It's racist, it's sexist, there's cursing, there's vulgarity. That's why that's like the only movie series right now, the only Marvel series that's pulling in paper right now, bro. People just like raw comedy. They don't like the politically correct, try to keep everybody's feelings safe. People don't like that shit, dude. It's lame as fuck.
And if you're a person that doesn't laugh, like, that's scary. Like, you have to, make lemonade when life gives you lemons. So, like, everyone needs to laugh. Everyone needs to, so that you can keep some peace in your heart.
I mean, I'm just ticked off at the left right now because, I've got a stuffy nose and I can't find tissues anywhere.
Oh my god, Monica, that made me think of the Ku Klux Kleenex. Remember that meme? Was that KV? That was
Probably.
Can y'all hear me now? Okay, I think I'm here. Okay, I'm nobody's annoyed at the joke. I just a good joke is supposed to have some truth in it. There's supposed to be an ounce of truth.
Oh, let me explain it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, look at my PTR.
Okay.
Okay, and he was also accused, formally. I can pull up the quotes. He was accused of sleeping, I believe it was with a 13-year-old.
No.
Guilty is irrelevant. You said it, a hint of truth, right?
So then why
A hint of truth? Holly? That's what you said.
Why isn't he in prison then? Because if someone was accused and did fucking do anything with 13-year-old, then they should be in prison. So why isn't he in prison?
Well, there are people you see who commit crimes and don't go to jail, and then there are people who are falsely imprisoned as well. It's very common, actually. And the richer you are, the more power you have, the more you're likely to get away with your crimes.
I don't know.
Except he's been on record multiple times of he banned Epstein from all of his resorts because Epstein got a little touchy-feely with one of his employees. Like, he doesn't like Epstein. You got that picture, but then guess what? It didn't happen. Like, this is bullshit that the left has created.
The left. So I
Like,
can honestly say that if for a majority of the right, I can't speak, but I know, the majority of the right, if we knew about one of our politicians, and we had proof that they engage in any pedophilia at all, that we would put their fucking ass on blast. That every single post that we posted for like until the end of time, until they were like there was some justice, then we would make sure that their ass was on fire. The left is the one that fucking covers up their fucking weird pedophilia behavior and their fucking actions. They're the only ones that do that, Charles.
I mean, that's hilarious.
So I wasn't
actually not.
You guys will just say whatever the hell you want.
So-
like, I'm
so
not.
I
I think it's funny. That's all. You don't have to think it's.
I have a best friend where I don't know everything that they do. So here's the thing: just because Donald Trump and him were best friends, well, where does that mean that Donald Trump knows every single thing that he does? I'm curious where that comes from.
It doesn't, right? Like Holly said, guys, so Holly explained it correctly, actually. The joke doesn't need to be entirely real. There's a hint of truth to it, right? That's all.
No, what hint?
I don't know if the actual fucking with children, but I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious that America would elect a president that has these accusations
because
against them. I think it's funny.
the majority of America isn't so low vibration and fucking low IQ as you are.
Well, you're telling me that, Anne, but you also like think the vaccine contains fetuses in it, so.
Who said that we all believe that?
Hold on, no, he said
Who
that
said
was to me.
that?
Wait, hold on, that was to me.
No, I just said Anne believes that.
Charles, so when did I say that?
I don't know, 2022, 2023 probably.
No, I said that?
Well, see, I don't take pictures like Monica, so
Wait, no, hold on, no. I said that? I've never even heard that I've never even heard that before.
You really don't get like sarcasm or like humor.
Hello?
No, that's true though.
It's
Some of
just
the
not
vaccines do use fetal tissue.
There you go. Thank you, Holly. Okay, so Holly said it. Holly's the one. Sorry, Anne, it was Holly.
This is my fight. So I have never heard that because this was directed to me. I've never heard that. So I know for a fact I never said it, but you just are saying to the room that I said it. So you're a liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
It's a joke.
Okay, let's be
So what I'm actually doing, Anne, is I'm kind of straw manning you, right? I'm making a silly caricature of what conservatives are to me. That's all it is.
No, all you're doing.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Okay, all you're doing, you can call it whatever you want, but it's clear to say all you're doing is lying. Lying. It's a lie. It's a lie.
I don't think anybody in this room like cares or believes that me saying that you said such a thing. But there are conservatives.
This is why the Democrats lost, because they lied. So this is an example of a Democrat lying. We don't like liars.
Yeah, so lying like it's
first of all, let's hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on one second. And you can go cry in the little corner because we have been unburdened by what has been.
Yeah, there you go, McDaily. But this is for real, though. Like, this is the gaslighting that we've been given for the last 2 years on this app. I mean, Carl, when do you guys actually learn a lesson? You guys ever gonna learn anything?
Dude, I'm not even American. That's what I'm telling you.
I know. That's the funny part about it.
How am I gonna learn a lesson? I don't care.
That's even worse.
No, but see, hold on. You hear something here now, right? A non-American is trying to tell Americans how to act.
No,
that
I'm messing with you.
Fucking problem.
No,
I'm just poking the bear. It's hilarious. You see how easy it is to get a reaction out of
Do you even know anything about American politics? Do you even know anything about American politics?
Okay, enough of Jarl.
No, I'm not done with him. Jarl. So, all you are is a liar. You're just a liar, and you're not a good person. You want to know how I know that? Because people that lie don't believe in God. And if you don't believe in God, then I really have a hard time believing anything that you say ever. So, Jarl, you will not get any more airtime in my rooms. And I think anybody that has seen exactly Jarl for who he is, then you shouldn't want to waste your time with him either. You don't get any more airtime. You can go in the audience.
Can I give Sig a pass? Because Sig is our atheist friend. I gotta give it to Sig, as well as Brad. There are some atheists.
I don't believe that Sig says that he's an atheist, but me and Sig have talked. I know that Sig believes in God. I know he just doesn't know yet.
Hey, Ann, I'm not sure what's going on, but like I'm muting my headset, but somebody keeps muting me.
Oh no, and
You
it's the
know,
whole
you
thing.
didn't-
It's the whole stage, McNeely.
Okay.
It's the whole thing.
With all due respect, I'm not American. American politics or world politics, the leader of the free world, etc., etc. All your foreign policy affects all of us. And we're all very, very, very happy that Trump won. As a Muslim, I say this. As an African, I say this. As an Arab man, I say this. He is a peacetime president, and he is better than the Democrats. We know that the Democrats have always lied to our faces, trying to act like they're our friends when they're our enemies. At least Republicans are straight up. Even if it was George Bush, who's a war criminal in my opinion, at least he gets on stage and he tells you, I'm about to bomb you, frickin' whatever racist comment he wants to add. And I think that that's more honest and it's better for the world than a bunch of fake bullshitters like Obama telling us, we're your best friends, and then in the background, hey, why don't you go airstrike about 3 countries? Okay, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for voting Trump. I want to thank all the black men that didn't get freaking hypnotized by the Democratic bullshit, all the immigrants that didn't get hypnotized by the liberal bullshit. Conservatives represent our values, not liberals, even though the liberals always try to act like they're the party that are friends with immigrants. Thank you very much. Fuck all the woke people.
And thank you for those who woke up out of the hypnosis. Like, kudos to you.
Hey guys, hi Anna, hi Monica.
Hello.
I'm
My
sorry.
name is Anne. Sorry.
Oh, hi Anne. How are you? Listen, I just want to voice this, right? So I'm a black woman, obviously. I never thought I'd live to say this. I am happy Trump win. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I do have concerns. And my concern is coming from a black perspective. I remember the last time when Trump won, it's almost
Okay,
like...
wait, hold on. No. You lost me already. And we don't know what coming from a black person means because race is a social construct. So I don't know where you are from. Can we go from there? Like, are you from a different country? Are you from America? Where are you from?
No, I'm from America.
You're from America? Okay, so then, what ethnicity, what religion, then we can talk about where you're coming from, as far as, morals and...
It's really hard to hear you. I'm sorry. I think...
Okay, so what ethnicity...
Rain, can you define what your black perspective is in detail so we can understand?
Hold on, wait. What ethnicity and what, religion do you... So then we would understand, what perspective you're coming from. Because we don't know what, black experience...
The black perspective, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'm Christian. My background is Christian.
Okay, so then coming from your Christian perspective, okay, go from there.
No, I think it's really important for me to say that I'm coming from a...
No, I can't go from there. I don't even know what to say from there.
What did you say?
That's my... No, you're never going to be able to relate. But it doesn't mean that perspective doesn't exist for me. That's my reality.
Well, how about this? Let's peel back some layers. Let's first ask, why are you glad? Because you said, as a black woman, I'm actually glad Trump did win, but I do have some concerns. So let's start with, why are you glad?
So I'm glad because I think being a black woman in this country, the expectation is you're supposed to vote for the Democratic Party, even though they haven't done anything substantial within the community or to better the community. And I think a lot of us as black women, I should say, are very emotional when it comes to placing our vote. But nevertheless, hopefully that answers the question to whoever was talking.
I'm always confused when that's being said. Wait, can we get to her concerns?
Well, hold on, let Groot go, because Groot can maybe help her out a little.
Yeah, kind of. I guess as a Black American woman to another Black, I'm not sure if you're if you're American, so forgive me, but I'll assume you are. I'm not sure how helping the Black community is possible without helping all of America. So I guess I don't know. In my 35 years, I was never told or given a handbook on what it meant to be Black in America. I was given the free to have free range to have the influence of my father and then the influence of life to determine the ideology that I wish to practice. So I guess I'm just slightly concerned what race has to do with any of this.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I never got to my concerns, but it's okay.
Well, because
I
we're
mean,
trying
you start
to like,
with a blanket
understand.
statement like my black perspective, which absolutely means nothing. It's like saying my white perspective. There's white conservatives, there's white liberals, there's white extremists, there's white.
Exactly, and they have a perspective, but they have a perspective too.
There's
No,
not,
they don't.
no,
Every
there's
single
not
white-
white, there's not black, we're Americans, we can all start there. We can all start there. It's something that, okay, we can all get on board with that. Okay. Well, based on, my parents, I come from a broken household. That can change the dynamics of a conversation. What religion you are can change the dynamics of a conversation. But with something that's like, you don't have a different experience based on the color of your skin.
Yeah,
It's based on your life
I
experience.
think you guys should have let her at least
Not
finish
in
her
2024,
and then pick her
there's
apart.
not. Is the point.
If it was an issue, I think you should at least let her finish.
Yeah, let's
Black asked her like 6 questions.
Yeah, let's let her keep going a little bit. Let's not pick apart like right away. Let's let her get it all out, and then we can go from there.
I think she left, but guys,
She got there.
that's a BS statement to start with.
I was just gonna say, and that's why I had to relate to her, because there's nothing worse than when somebody leads with their race, and I just don't understand that. Like, if she wanted to lead, did she feel like she had to because she was an immigrant? Did she feel like she had to because of a certain demographic? I can understand that, but your race has nothing to do with your thought process. I'm lost.
Maybe she's not there yet, right?
There's different levels to all this. The problem is it's always like an insinuation, right? It's like it doesn't. It's a non-starter conversation, and like if you lean into that, that should be the end. That shouldn't be the beginning.
I'm not willing anymore to engage in a dialogue where somebody is going to state that their entire existence is based on the pigmentation of their skin. I think that we are truly.
You didn't let her finish.
No, but there's no way to. I don't want to engage if your opening statement was that like stupid. No offense, or doesn't make any sense. Then how do I know that whatever you're going to contribute isn't also going to be based on race? That's where she messed up.
Well, listen, intelligent people, right? We consider ourselves to be such intelligent people, right? Intelligent people seek to understand first and then be understood, right?
Yeah, I follow her, and she follows
she
me.
couldn't articulate herself the way you would, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to her and try to understand exactly what she was trying to say.
And
let me ask this question. And then let me ask this question. I think the question to you is that sort of my take is that you want to sort of diminish and just completely ignore her experience racially, in this country, however she interprets it. And I think it's also fair to say, in that same vein of logic, is that that you, as a white person and a white woman, is that you don't.
I'm not white.
Or whatever race you are.
I'm black.
You said African American, my guy. What's going on?
I'm black.
Yeah, she's not a real black American.
Thomas.
What the fuck is a real black American? Please explain that. What is a real black American?
They kicked them out. Who kicked them out, bro?
Hold on, my 2 black male friends. Can I get a little help here?
Well, I mean, I can tell you why there's so many non-black people talking. So again, I can tell you what a non-black person is, Kamala Harris. I can definitely tell you what a black person does not look like.
Correct.
By trying to say that she was Kamala is the one that made the shit about race. We didn't give a fuck about her race. She's the one that made the shit.
Okay, he's back. Good. He's back.
I brought him back up, but
Yeah, we got this.
I'm not going to engage in it because this is stupid. Like, you're going to sit here and tell me that I'm not black by the way that I sound
Wait, so black people again have a sound? Like, what are you doing?
Black people cannot enunciate and properly pronunciate their words. Do I have to speak in Ebonics?
Now he's gonna say that.
Talking
Now he's gonna say black people have a smell too.
Wait. Let's let Chad respond. Chad, you got it. What was your reasoning for making that comment, brother?
By the way, he said he's
Don't run, bro. Don't run.
half-breed.
Don't run, Chad.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we should be so sensitive. It kind of sounded like the Democrats, like they just, as soon as somebody comes on stage, they're attacking them, asking them, like, she was trying to get her point out. Once she gets her point out, then you can say, well, why do you think like that? Or da-da-da-da.
No, I'm all about that. Is that I agree with that. I allow people to get their point across before we kind of like engage like that. But I am curious to know, Chad, what made you respond in that manner?
I don't know, as a black person, like I can quickly sort of like, even through like how people speak, like determine whether or not like at 1,000-foot level, like who they are. And my suspicions is that if she is black, my suspicions is that she's probably biracial. I don't think that she's black. I don't think that she has a black mother or a black father. And I think that makes a world of difference.
Let me just pull out a Joker card real quick, Chat. Chat, is Obama black?
I don't consider him fully black, no.
Why?
Because he is a product of a Kenyan father and a white American woman. So he's biracial.
Sorry, you're crazy.
Wait.
Answer the question. Like, I don't consider him like black.
Are you talking about the aspects of the whole FBA terminology? Is that what you're kind of leaning with?
No, I'm just saying, like, he's biracial, and even
he is biracial. No, you're right.
Yeah.
He is biracial.
Yeah,
we said the same thing about Kamala Harris. That bitch is biracial as well.
Yeah, they're biracial.
With that being said, though, we just have the conversation about like because of someone's opinion, they're not black. You're basing their ethnicity based off their opinion on something?
No, it's not. And I think that, like, when you're biracial, you have a different view of the world because you're the product and the progeny of two ethnic groups.
Then
two racial groups.
What do you say
about... Which I'm saying, which I think is important because if you're a product of two completely and distinct racial and ethnic groups, then that's going to result in you forming a completely different experience versus somebody that has, say, for example, a parent who's a mother and a father that's from the same ethnic group.
Okay, let me say this.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, you responded like there was something wrong with it. They did a connotation behind it. Made it seem like there was something wrong.
I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with it.
Then why did you leave?
Why did you say she wasn't real?
Why did you leave?
I'm just saying.
I mean, initially, I was a whole ass white woman, right?
Yeah, here's the thing. I want him to answer the question about like a person like Colin Kaepernick or a lot of these other biracial black individuals who are extremely pro-black and is, red, black, and green made by Taiwan niggas. Like, again, these individuals are biracial, and they're some of the hardest niggas that go in the paint for quote unquote pro-blackness. All right. Right. So what is that? What does them being mixed have to do with anything, bro?
And again, I don't think that in the case of Colin Kaepernick, I think that he again is a product of a white woman and a black man, and so as a result, he's an amalgamation of two different cultures. It just so happens that Colin Kaepernick, in terms of his politics, is more aligned to like the injustices of like black people, right? And so but conversely, we have biracial people that are an amalgamation of black and white people, where you see that progeny tilting more towards like sort of the white side of it. I'm not making a judgment either way. I'm just saying that like the experience of a biracial person is going to be different from somebody that's monolithically like like sort of like it has the same parents from the same race and ethnic group. Not saying that there's anything wrong with it, because some of our greatest leaders have been biracial. I'm not making a judgment in any way. Either way, I'm just saying it's different.
You backpedaling, brother, respectfully.
Wait, Thomas, let me ask him this. Chat. Is Candace Owens black, or is she too well spoken to be black for you?
And that's another question, because the question about Candace Owens in terms of her ethnicity is that on her maternal side, it appears that she's of Caribbean descent, and on her paternal side, she's
the FBA ideology. That is respectful.
Right here, bro. These people are
Okay, Aaron, can we move on from identity politics? This is retarded.
I'm sorry. I was talking to my daughter. So who's trauma dumping?
Oh, there's no trauma dumping. We're now going into the what is considered black and colorism.
Let's move on. I wanted to ask a question.
Hold on. I don't know how I could be any more clear. So if it's not clear this time, then somebody help me out. Me personally, I do not believe that race exists. I believe that it is a social construct. So if you come in here trying to do the identity politics when it comes to race, I don't subscribe to it. So I'm not going to understand you. I'm not going to hear you. I'm not going to try and hear you. I'm not going to try and understand if you like are trying to do that. So and that's just in my space. I can't speak for others, and I'm not going to speak for the other moderators. But yeah. Is that clear?
Yeah, I listen. I originally wanted to come in here and say, "Hey guys, congratulations, we made it. Trump is back in the White House." I just wanted to ask a simple question, and I'm not here to stir up some shit. I just want to ask a question, okay? So hear me out. If you remember a couple of months ago, maybe close to a year ago, when there was a divide within the party between Ron DeSantis and Trump, and Ron DeSantis supporters said that there was no way for Trump to win. He can't consolidate enough votes. There's no way that he can win. I just wanted to ask if anybody here was, and again, it's no hate, it is what it is. We done passed the finish line. I just want to know if there's anybody that was supporting Ron DeSantis at that time. Do you feel any differently now that it was pretty much almost an electoral sweep, if you will, at least of the blue wall, if you will, or do you guys feel, that potentially you were mistaken when you made that original comment?
Well, do you mean like people that supported Ron DeSantis?
The ones
as president over Trump, or do you mean because I supported Ron DeSantis, but I also support Donald Trump.
No. I'm talking about the ones. I'm distinctly talking about the ones that, because again, I'm from Florida, so I love Ron DeSantis. My point is, I'm talking about the ones that were saying that the reason they were voting for Ron DeSantis was because they don't like Trump and that Trump couldn't win.
So like the never Trumper of the Ron DeSantis.
Absolutely.
I know a few people that would be able to participate in this conversation, Thomas, but they're not here at the moment.
Did anybody see him sweeping the blue wall? Realistically?
He doesn't have that factor for like the president.
Hi, moderators. Put me in the queue. I'd like to talk about Monica's concession speech. Kamala's concession speech.
Wait, what?
I just want to know where that extra 20 million votes go.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
You know what? I'm feeling really generous today. So, Edmund, go ahead. You have airtime until you fuck it up like you usually do.
So she kept saying we have to fight. It's amazing how she dithers from being a communist, Marxist, to being a constitutionalist freedom fighter for the people. And she claims that Donald Trump is going to usher in an era of darkness and evil, and that she is the bright light in the firmament, the star. She's the white light in the sky in the darkness, and we're entering into a period of darkness, and we have to organize and do community gatherings and organizing. She's so full of shit. She's such a fucking actress. It's unbelievable. And she's a terrible actress. And she's a terrible liar. You know, if she wanted to win this election, she should have gotten a Ron Paul mask on and wore a Ron Paul mask and said, oh, we're going to liberate you. We're going to give you back, you know, economic opportunity. We're going to stop taxing you to death. We're going to stop the foreign wars. We're going to stop vaccinating you with lies and propaganda and misinformation. I mean, she can go back to hell where she came from. She's a demon. Thank God Donald Trump won. Jesus Christ is looking out for this nation. And all of these clown house people who are sad and angry and depressed today. Oh, no. I am complete.
You were ready. You were waiting for that.
So I've been in California for almost 40 years, so I watched the whole rise of Kamala, and she's been a vapid anti-suit since the day that she took over in San Francisco. There's nothing there. There hasn't been. She barely did the job in San Francisco. I know that she had one day in her entire stint in the San Francisco DA's office where she worked more than an 8-hour day. She was phoning that job in. Willie Brown got her hooked up with these boards and things that she was on. She was making 3 times as much money being on these 1 day a month boards than she was as the district attorney. And she had a woeful record in the district attorney's office, and she was a worse AG. And we all know what she did as a senator, which wasn't much other than be the most left person in the entire Senate by a nonpartisan group. So she's just a perfect example of somebody who failed themselves all the way up and became within a hair's breadth of becoming the highest position ever.
Yeah, but hello, she did help Biden fighting the presidency to be elected.
Which is another like horrible thing like that was held against her, right? I mean, or were you saying that was something she could actually run off of Joe Biden's coattails? Do you think that?
Yeah, she said she helped him. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. What did she help him with?
Wait, I have a question. I have a question, and this might be a money opportunity for a lot of people. I mean, I don't know. I heard that somebody very valuable from Clubhouse. I heard that.
Daddy, you cut out for me. Where did you say that last 20 seconds?
I said I heard somebody very valuable from Clubhouse with a large presence is missing right now. Matt, you actually, okay, so whoever made that flyer, you got it. Okay. So if you look at Matt's flyer in his PTR that Samaritan made to find gold, gold has been missing since the app, since this election was called. So if anybody wants to make some extra money and is able to tell us what we're down, okay, my back channels are open. The holidays are coming up. I'd be more than happy to be generous to a few of you. But yes, we have some unfinished business to tend to with GOAT, and he actually owes us money. So with that being said, okay, to know where is GOAT, and most importantly, where the hell is our money?
When you let Trump, they all money. They all in private
suicide watch.
Trump owes money.
All them super people that was going heavy, crazy for Kamala, they all in these private rooms right now. You ain't gonna catch them. And like, this is the result when you have dance parties with Beyonce.
Okay.
Okay, I would see
understand
some value.
That his bet that he made is 100% enforceable in this.
I would see value in creating a replay room where people outline the debts and the names of the clubhousers that owe them money, and have it available for people to listen to.
Also,
once
the hours.
Paid, you can delete the replay.
It's not just the money, it's the time that we spent listening to people like Ben Mendelsohn. And today he's crying and he's angry and he's sad and he can't deal with it. And the ambassador, she's going to lose her job and he doesn't get to live the life of an ambassador anymore. And come on Clown House and spew his propaganda, lies, misinformation, racial identity, politics, hate, and just bullshit and stupidity. We want our fucking time back from these people. 4 years of this bullshit? It's now our 4 years, and these fuckers are running because they're rats. And that's exactly what they are. You put a little light and water and soap on them, and they squeal like little piggies. Go to the gym. Go to the gym. You don't even need to vote anymore, but just go to the gym.
I just want my money, okay? And especially where's the money? Where is our money? He's paid a year to be sending his kids to school. I should have had a check already.
Money, he needs to come out of the closet before he pays up. He needs to tell his wife the truth. And he needs to go create a new vaccine for the Democrats. He's got to come out with a new Democrat vaccine. It makes you intelligent.
If you read the missing person flyer, Edmund, he's identified as a drag queen. He's identified as a drag queen right on the flyer in case anybody, is on the lookout.
Well, he's up in the sky in the stars with Kamala.
Berger immediately opened up a room, and he was a moderator, or he opened up as a host of a room, and then of course I'm blocked, so I can't get in there. But yeah, he immediately ran to. But that's like the first time he's ever. That's the first time he's ever been a host. Like, he picks the one day. Like, so what the fuck?
Well, but think about it, because all of his paid friends are they're not getting paid anymore. Their time was up. So, like, that actually makes me feel better that he's not a paid actor.
I reported Thugga Biden to the Election Commission in Massachusetts, and I notified the Attorney General in Massachusetts that he was posting his ballot and writing Thugga Biden on top of his ballot. So now there's a criminal investigation into Thugga Biden, a.k.a. Isaiah, as well as Jay Breska in New York City. Sorry, guys, don't post your ballots on the internet next time so people can commit fraud. I'm just doing my civic duty.
It's just so hilarious.
So I'd be interested to know, some of these people in the Kamala room, did they get called back to work, or are they not here because they're actively looking for a job? Like, I'm trying to understand that. And talk about liars, trollops, and thieves. These people sat here on their corporate dime, okay, on another person's company dime, okay, sat there while they were supposed to be performing work for these people and ran this propaganda show for months. If I were these people's employer, not only would I fire them, but I would sue them. I would absolutely sue them for that money that they were paid during this election cycle, that they were sitting up on Clubhouse talking shit to us.
Well, Trump can get them a job at McDonald's, I think. If anyone
he has the plug. You know how they say about all the celebrities?
No, they don't have the privilege of being
endorsing Kamala. You know how they say never meet your heroes? Never watch your heroes endorse Kamala Harris. It's the most disappointing shit ever. I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was the greatest actor of all time. Now I think.
Well, why does that make him a hero? Why would that make him a hero? See, that's a celebrity worship culture shit that I hope this lesson taught y'all. I hope this election cycle taught y'all. They've been keeping track of celebrity worship syndrome since the 70s, y'all. Okay? Doesn't that go hand in hand with a certain amount of movements that were happening in this country during the 70s? Pay attention. Okay? The fact that they had bald-headed ass Beyonce, okay, and a whore-ass Megan Thee Stallion, and all of these people paraded on stage and confident that these people would be what it would take to get your vote. You should be insulted. You should all be insulted.
That's funny with the
Well, that's suspecting too much out of Democrats. In my household.
But there is a difference between the people that are actually buying into what these politicians are doing. So there are celebrities that are genuinely believe what they're, genuinely believe in them and think that they're great for the country. That's one.
No, they don't. They want to get out of jail.
I know, but there's people that are paid because the Democrats have something that's held over their head, which I think that Eminem is one of those people, because Eminem has never bowed down and bent the knee to the establishment, ever. He refused to go to music.
Eminem?
He was hold on, let me finish. He used to refuse to go to any award shows and things like that because he refused to have any.
He's a Satanist. He's a hardcore Satanist. He's a piece of trash. He's white trash. He's garbage, just like all of them. Those Democrat scum.
Yep.
No cap for Eminem. Didn't you see the photo of him in the bath of blood? He's a Satanist.
So, yours to the audience. I'll bring you up in a minute. chance in a second. But to me, I think that Eminem is a product of that they got something over his head, and now he has sold his soul to demons, unfortunately. But like, I don't think he's always been anti-establishment. So like, we see like Taylor Swift. I think she's a fucking paid actor, like for the Democrats since day one of her trying to get country music singer. Okay, like there's some.
Samoa, get up here. Hold on. Samoa is owed a lot of money. Get up here.
Wait,
he owed like 5,000.
Yeah, he's owed
Yeah.
a lot of bread for that guy.
Samoa, we're putting up missing person flyers. They're going all over Twitter.
Have you seen Thugger? That's the question.
Where he
is it not here? But boy, who is that? Is that a real picture in your PTR?
Yeah, supposedly. I don't know, but yeah, right? I don't know how those. But yeah.
Yeah, Samoa's got Thugger for the black vote, right? The male black vote? Yeah.
Yo, Samoa, wasn't it like 20%? Like, he said he wouldn't go over 20?
No, he said that Kamala would get 90%.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got a bunch of witnesses.
I thought y'all betted on
but what I'm saying is, what's the black vote? How do we know that that's legit?
Because,
how do we know how
so the
people are
parameters.
How do we know how many people are black?
Yeah, hold on. So the parameters that we're using is CNN's poll as far as exit polling, and they're at 13%.
We just learned about exit polling, actually. So the exit polling, from what I've learned today, thank gosh for people, exit polling is only utilized at certain times of the day in certain precincts. Like where I vote, and I'm 41, voted in every election. I never knew an exit poll existed or what that was because it doesn't exist at my precinct. So how do you go by exit polls?
Two people agree that we'll use this. Whatever it says, we're bound by it.
So bound by whatever CNN consider. Okay, so then you lost.
Yeah, he lost. Yeah.
He lost?
Yep. You need to get your money,
Yeah,
Samoa.
he lost.
Samoa, what state are you in?
Washington.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, this is enforceable. No, you definitely need to go get your...
Yes. So he said,
lost?
Thugger lost. Thugger said that Kamala was going to get 90% of the black vote.
But Thugger's wealthy. He should be able to pay you. Why hasn't he paid you yet?
It should be a drop in the bucket.
I even offered him, right? Like the day before, or no, about 4 or 5 days before.
I remember that. I was there.
Right. I even offered for him to give me 20%, and we're good. You want to take it?
Look, go.
Of the G7. So if you think inflation is bad in the U.S., look at
I know, but you know why, right?
Japan.
Because there's two wars going on that America's involved with. Nothing makes money, and it's good for an economy like a war. You don't think it's a coincidence that you have two wars starting as soon as the economy's dipping after?
He also rebuilt manufacturing in the UK. The economy is projected to be in a soft landing, which Trump will probably take credit for.
Yeah.
He passed
the reason why
the
the economy is floating right now is because there's war.
Clearly buying a swing state. I don't think we
Not
have to
just
go
one
for
state
just
that
Trump.
people get tips, right?
Yeah, but it was
It's not like all restaurants exist in one state only.
Yes, I understand that it's not only one state, but the reason why he's campaigning on this issue was for development.
Taxes necessarily affect different sectors of the economy differently. Even if you have a flat tax, they affect different sectors differently. Because different sectors.
As smooth as possible.
The old right, the origins of the Republican Party are anarchist, libertarian in nature. You can read all about it. Murray Rothbard, my second favorite Jew, wrote a book called The Betrayal of the Old Right, of the American Right, excuse me. Very good book. And it's short, you should read it.
Go read Lincoln
I'll read
The
that.
Tories and the Whigs.
Yeah, and the
Go read
Libertarian Party
Lincoln, you
was
clown.
a breakoff of the Republican Party.
Yes, but the Republican Party itself is a party developed by people like H.L.
But I was went to work and I saw that shit. I said, what the fuck? This is crazy.
I don't even know that nigga, and I felt it for him. I'm not gonna
That shit.
I see.
Well, now that the election is over, we can all go to the gym and work out, lift weights, do cardio, yoga, eat right, get some sun.
I think people make bets on what they're hearing at the time because it puts them more in a positive, like in the black rack. Like he's thinking, oh yeah, the women are gonna like outshow.
No, I think he made that bet in front of people just to like try and get people to like buy into what he was trying to sell, which is a turd fucking sandwich. Okay? That's what I think. I think he's intellectually dishonest.
Well, I'm not gonna speak ill of him because it still might come through. We got 3 days. Start ticking now.
Yo, Samoa, did he make a bet with somebody else on the percentage of the black vote? A black male vote or a black male vote?
So he made the same bet with Mike.
Yeah.
What they're using is Wikipedia. There's a Wikipedia page, and all Donald Trump has to do is get to 11%.
Yo, bring Yasser up. Sorry, bring Yasser up.
It's basically the same bet, right? It's basically the same bet, but they're going to use one website. Mike won that one.
I don't understand. I don't understand how these crazy folks thought she was the most qualified person in any fucking way. Like the most qualified person they ever ran. I'm like, bitch, are you serious?
Because they lost perspective.
No,
exactly. They don't give a fuck. They just want her to win.
No, I don't think they think that. Like, especially Thug and Go, they know that she's not qualified. They just think that people hate Trump more than that.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, they lied and cope with it too. Because but if they said that would have been fine. Right. If they just said, hey, we don't think she's good, but we just hate Trump and we hope people vote off that would have been more reasonable because that's clearly what they had to bank on. But they went to a flip-flop, just showing that she was a very unpopular, unsupported candidate, just as a vice president, to literally within 30 days, she became the fucking savior of the universe. It's like, you guys have no fucking spine because they just took someone who was unlikable and told you to like them and you did it. So at that point, I don't want to hear shit they got to say. Yeah, like they don't stand on anything at all.
And people saw through that because, here's the thing. And hey, everybody.
I heard a Canadian crying today at Mendelssohn's Brazilian embassy signing about being a white man.
Well, I was expecting, Donald J. Quan Trump to win.
J. Quan.
Yeah, he's officially at the cookout. He's invited. But I expected him to win the electoral college. What I did not expect for him to win was the popular vote. And you know what? That is critical. It told America, we are tired of all of the BS the Democratic Party is doing. And, I think, it was so many facets, so many layers to this whole landslide victory. They're tired of the Democratic Party. People are waking up and realizing that they're being played. They did not like the anointment of Kamala Harris. She was never primary. They did not like that. So you got, groups that we may not necessarily like Black Lives Matter, who called the Democratic Party out for the anointment of the selection, not the election of, Kamala Harris. So people did not like that. And they basically said you took voting rights away from people. So they did not like that. I mean, and, the fact that she did not answer questions, we really did not know what she stood for. She always came up with these word salads. And, she appeared angry in some of the interviews that she, actually did. And people are just not stupid. Like I said, the popular vote speaks volumes. America, they want something different. And guess what, Democratic Party? Nobody gives a fuck about abortion like that. Because in looking at abortion, I get that, I'm okay with exception. I'm okay with, detriment to the mom. I'm okay with, rape or incest. And I would even give you a oops. But we know that those three things that I just named, the oops is, that's really where the abortions are taking place. So basically you're saying, because you're using abortion as birth control, you have no protocol against discipline. So bed from the gate. Nobody gives a fuck about the abortion. We want to talk about immigration. We want to talk about money. We want to drill, baby, drill. Let's get it. Let's go. Trump 2024.
Oh, the party.
So I just want to say something to that point about the abortion issue. At this point, we don't even really need to meet halfway in the middle with anybody on the other side of the aisle. So we have the House, we have the Senate, and now the White House. So as far as that specific issue is concerned, any type of extended rights that would be extended at this point over to the other side of the aisle would essentially just be giving mercy.
But Adams, do we have the House? Because I think the House is at 209 right now.
No, we're gonna take the House.
We're gonna take it. So we're gonna have that political trifecta.
Absolutely.
We can't call the House just quite yet because they technically could go all to the left, giving them the House. So we've got to wait for, I think, 3 more houses to be able to completely solidify having the majority.
No, I think it's fair to call the House now.
It's a great probability, but it's not officially called, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Y'all, I just want to introduce you to Yasser. If you guys don't know him, he's probably the most patriotic dude I know. So I just wanted him to join in on this conversation as well. Hey, Yasser.
Hi, everyone, and big congratulations. This is a big win for humanity.
Don't let Hallie say that, because then I automatically think that you're the least patriotic person that's in here.
Well, I'm going to show you how patriotic I am. As a Middle Eastern, Iraqi, Baptist, I'm so proud. I was tearing up yesterday. I stayed up. I'm like, I'm not going to go to sleep until this thing is called off. Because I'm telling you, last time I went to sleep, I woke up, I'm like, what the fuck happened? So this time I was like, I'm not going to sleep. I don't even care. I don't need sleep tonight. I was like, I'm gonna stay up until he wins, which he did. Congratulations to everyone. It's a great win, not just for humanity. I don't know how many of you are deep into politics, but some people don't really understand how close we were from losing the country, losing the war, and World War III. We were in a really dangerous situation that a lot of people don't even realize. They would have.
Go.
Some people
Is it
thought
clear? I've
that
heard him
even
sing
Harris
opera,
win,
then use the
life
N
will
word. He's a
continue
psycho.
normal. No, a lot of shit could have happened that it could have made it bad for everybody, and not just people here in the U.S. I'm proud of my people, especially in Michigan, because Michigan is basically has the highest Middle Eastern population, and they carried it for Trump. So I'm really proud of it. One of Trump's lawyers is Alina Abba. She is Iraqi Christian, and she was his trial attorney. I'm so proud of my people. I'm so proud of everybody who voted for him. This guy, he will save everybody. I know from experience, because I'm from the Middle East. When he won 2016, they told him it's going to take, and he said it in Joe Rogan interview as well, they told him it's going to take 5 years to defeat ISIS, who were funded and supported by Biden, Hillary, and Obama, and he finished them in 4 weeks. One of the events that really strikes me until today, it was when ISIS took 3,000 Christian Iraqi men into the desert and killed every single one of them because simply of their religion. I have a huge problem with that. We have a man who is saving humanity, who is saving the world, who is saving our pockets. How many of you that start living paycheck to paycheck and start experience the struggle, the financial struggle for the past 4 years? I mean, I don't care. We should have 400 electoral college went to Trump, because I have no idea how some people still think Trump is a bad guy when we had the worst 4 years that we put in a long time under Biden and Harris. So, but at the end of the day, we still won. Congratulations, everybody. And I watched the coverage, the election coverage on Patrick David podcast, and he said something really, really good, and everybody should listen to that. He said, "We won. Trump won. He's going to make this country great economically, financially, as far as socially. Safety is going to come back to this country, but you got to take advantage of it." Here's the thing: we're going to have great 4 years, especially the first 2 years at least winning the Congress. So we're going to have everything on our side, trifecta. But the thing is, you need to take advantage of it. You need to set yourself and your children and your family for success. We're going to have great 4 years. He's going to give you and open the doors for you for opportunity and for wealth and for success. You just gotta need to take advantage of it. Okay? This movement united everybody. I live in Texas, and I gotta tell you, Latinos, it used to be 60-40 for Democrats. This election is 60-40 for Republican. At least 60-40, probably
Wait,
more.
I thought you said you live in Michigan or Texas. Sorry.
No, I have family in Michigan. I have some family and friends, and most of the Middle Eastern population in the U.S. actually resides in Michigan. And I'm happy that Michigan went to Trump because it's a lot of Middle Easterns voted for Trump. So that's good. But I live in Texas. I live in Dallas, Texas.
I want to say that as a Muslim man, I endorse everything Yasir said. ISIS was a fucking cancer to the world, and they don't represent us in any way. Trump is a peacetime president, and everybody is happy about this. And yesterday I was having a conversation with my sister, and she said the dumbest thing, and it's hilarious. She said, if the president of the United States is the president of the free world, shouldn't we have a right to vote as non-American? And I'm telling you, if the whole world had a right to vote, the results would be the same. Trump would be the winner. Because this unifies way more than just the United States. It actually probably divides the U.S. more than any other place. But in Europe, people are happy. In Africa, people are happy. This is incredible, man. And what a great day. This is like better than a football game. Better than anything. This is just.
Excuse me. Who is this plastic puppet? This Kylie Jenner wannabe in the chat sitting up in here talking about Yasser. Who is this?
I don't know. She is
313. Who is this?
I don't know. Probably Trump hater. One of those people, I guess.
Want to remove her from the room?
Yes. Go ahead.
No, don't remove her. Don't remove her. Her lips are her punishment. Look at the inflation in those lips. She has tons of filler. Poor girl. Let's have compassion. It's time we unite, Democrats and Republicans, especially if you have fillers and you regret it and you look terrible. You know, we have to take care of these women that have destroyed their faces from the pharmaceutical and the surgeries and everything. These poor women. No wonder why they don't want to vote for Trump, because when they look in the mirror, they feel terrible about themselves. Yeah, but I'm doing what you do, which is loud miking, which is really annoying. I'm so glad you voted Trump, and I hope everybody goes to the gym.
So I just did the calculations. We've got 40 seats left that we haven't gotten the polls for regarding the U.S. House Senate. But for us to hit the majority at 218, we are at 205. So we have 13 seats left to pull, and then we will officially be the majority in the House.
I think we're at 209.
Well, we're looking in the House and the
AP is generally Associated Press, generally tends. Are you getting 209 on Fox or?
I'm getting it on CNN. I'm just watching it melt down, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair. Okay. It's interesting because normally Associated Press is on point. It says 205. So my apologies, different source. But we're pretty much almost there, which is exciting, and we gained a seat. So I know it's just it is lying heavily in our favor. But from the map that I'm looking at, my only concern is that we're waiting for Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Colorado. It seems like we've got a seat here in Iowa. That's the one I believe that we gained. And then obviously Alaska generally goes one blue, the rest red. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting because I think we're only going to win by a seat, if not no more than 2. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be like a landslide like it is in Senate.
I would love to see California turn red, honey.
California is officially almost purple. Did you guys see how the for the senators and for the House that it was less than 5%?
Yeah.
I know the Dems took a clean sweep, but it was less than 5% across the board that the Dems won. I have never seen that.
We're going purple, by the way.
My life.
Adams and I both said this. We're going purple, and we will be a factor soon in California. Yep.
And with 54 electoral votes, that's going to be insane.
Is that goat that says board?
You will go purple, Matt.
That's the real goat.
As far as I know, yeah.
No, I actually.
That is showing some trouble right there,
Yeah.
California. Shout out to California showing that Trump love, baby.
We just have to make sure that
No, I actually
the immigrants that are turning into new citizens to support American values.
You guys are gonna be shocked by. You're gonna be shocked by how they relate to conservatism more than liberalism of the migrants that are illegally becoming American.
Here's a genuine question. If there wasn't such a massive... Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Hands roboting badly.
And you're roboting. And my God.
My question was, if there wasn't such a massive red exit from California, is it possible that one of the House or senatorial seats could have gone red?
And I said,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm from California, and the elections are rigged.
One second, I still.
And you're good, Ann. Yeah, we're good. Go ahead, Dominique. The elections are rigged. They do all mail-in voting. Now, I'm from California. I was born there, and I grew up there and everything. And my wife is from a different state. I'm not going to tell you which. Doesn't matter. But I registered Republican. She registered Democrat. She got her ballot, and I did not get mine. The elections in California are rigged. And if nothing is done about it, then California will continue to degenerate into a homeless camp. Dominique, wake it up. Yeah, big props to the Amish community for showing out in Pennsylvania. I mean, yeah. Didn't they say like 150,000 of them showed?
I'm trying to get in, y'all. Let her.
Sorry, no, I just wanted to know if anybody, because I knew that are we waiting on any more states to finish up their count? That's my first question. And the second question is, does anybody have a link that you can share in the chat with like the final tally of states and like the breakdowns of each state?
For the House or Senate, honey? Oh, what just happened? Oh, not you, babe. Sorry, Ann.
She's wiped out, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ann. I called you honey, and then my honey was like, yeah?
Honey, all the way around today.
No, you're helping to back away.
So here, I'm going to send you this. This is the House. This is just the election votes right here, and then you can click if you want to look at the Senate or anything else. So here, I'll just drop it. You can watch it live, and then you can see the open gaps. So there you go. Click on that.
So, guys, one major victory. We have a county and a border. It's a border county in Texas, South Texas, that hasn't gone red in 135 years, and it just went to Trump.
That's Marshall's district.
Yeah, that's Marshall. Repeat that again?
No, that's Stark County. Stark County.
What county? Where's this again? Texas.
Texas. South Texas.
That's Marshall's, I'm pretty sure, right, Monica?
That's our friend Marshall's district. I don't know what you thought I said, but that's our friend named Marshall, and that's his district.
Yeah,
That was probably just one vote that caused the turnout.
Mistake, it totally is. We gotta roast him when he gets in here, yeah.
Marshall's Monica's friend. That's right, Indira. Speaking of, Indira, how are your friends?
My friends
Marshall
are
was
good.
always behind
They're
Trump.
good. They're on Chatter, and I haven't signed up yet, but they're good.
Indira, your friends are actually Republicans, right?
You talking about my friend?
Marshall
what
just
friends
didn't
you
agree
talking
100
about?
with the
Shonda and
policies.
Omari and all of them?
I was playing off what your guys' conversation, but yeah, I already know the answer to that. Yes, those are the friends I'm talking to, and
Yeah.
I do know the
I
answer.
think
Yeah.
Marshall just
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
agree
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
policies
absolutely.
and that Trump
Absolutely.
didn't do the work.
Absolutely. But is Douglas really missing?
Do you see him?
I see that picture.
Well, I guess he's missing.
He ain't missing.
Look like
He
he's
owes
missing to me.
niggas money, Indira. He owes niggas lots of money.
And he made the declaration that if
This election's
Kamala
the
lost,
biggest
that
that
he
in
would leave the
history.
app forever. So I don't know if y'all missed that, but
Well, you gotta delete that count, then.
Nah, y'all know better than trust a Democrat. Come on.
Oh wow! I didn't know. Okay, I'm like concerned that he was like actually missing somebody, like kidnapping.
We're concerned too. He didn't abandon his job, his family, his whole life to sit up here on it. No, he did. To sit up here on his app to run this propaganda show, and then he just disappeared.
Oh,
He just disappeared.
Oh God!
1 minute he was standing on the Kamala stage
But he
in
played
full
that
drag
clip
holding a
because
blue
you can
dildo.
find
in
it
his
part of
hand. And he was
Not a blue.
I mean, in all honesty, he was honest when he said that if Kamala lost, then he would be off the app forever, or for at least a year. So then he's just doing that. You
Major
guys are.
changes.
Bless.
Who is that?
I guess go. I guess.
The missing drag queen in Matt's PTR.
so I guess the question remains: if Thugga and Biden owe people, well, Thugga Biden, if Thugga owes us money, not me, but everybody else, and he's never seen vote again,
That's
is
wrong.
the debt repaid?
No, actually, as a matter of fact, a few people, we were talking about this, a few people actually have some legally actionable clauses against them. Because again, they were, and again, I told y'all about doing this betting up on social media. When the whole Diogenes and Brad thing went left, I told y'all don't do that. Had I entered into an bet with Thugga Biden, he would have actually owed me about $270,000. So, shout out to him. He's a deadbeat debtor. He left the app, and people should learn a lesson about making illegal bets on the internet. But seeing as though Matt and I are in the state of California, it's most certainly actionable.
What do you mean he's off the app? He's not coming back? He's coming back, right?
If you go back and you look, let's stop talking about Thugga Biden. Nobody gives a shit about that piece of shit. The point is, at the DNC, if you listen to what these Democrats said at the DNC about Project 2025 and what Trump is going to do on day one, he said that sexy redhead in the blue dress held up a giant Project 2025 book and said, "Let me read to you what Donald Trump is going to do on day one. He's going to fire the intelligence officers." The intelligence, major changes. You can't underestimate, nor can you even possibly conceive the fundamental changes to the U.S. government and to you as a citizen and what is coming and what Trump is going to do. No one gives a fuck about Thugga Biden. He's a fart whisperer from an LGBTQ closet with an unhappy wife who spent 50 hours a week here debating people. He's a loser. He's a loser, and he's never going to pay up nothing. He's a loser. So what is Trump going to do day number 1, day number 2, all the way up to day number 365? What's coming? What are we going to do to support him and help implement these changes? And how are we going to completely rule and run these Democrats and put them in re-education camps because communism and what they were going to do to us, we now have to do to them.
That's fair. Didn't Donald Trump say he was going to start, before he even gets into office, and self-fund the people that he needs to start making changes immediately
He has
after
a
winning?
transition team already in place, actually. They've been working
Yeah.
for months.
Like,
Yeah.
apparently somebody said something on Twitter that like they looked at some regenerative farmer today, like RFK contacted some regenerative farmer for a position at the USDA.
Like the fact that we have RFK on our team to make America healthy again. The fact that we have Elon Musk, the Iron Man of free speech. The fact that we have Tulsi Gabbard, a decorated military veteran. The fact that we have...
Is she guaranteed, Monica? Like we know for a fact he's going to put her in position?
It would be smart to.
Oh, no, yeah, I just wanted to know, because I know for a fact he said Elon, and he said Robert Kennedy Jr., but I don't recall him guaranteeing Tulsi Gabbard.
I think it would be a terrible mistake, especially given Cuban's remarks about how Trump has no intelligent women, strong, capable women on his team. But I also know that she comes with a good bit of Democratic and independent baggage that might make it hard for the conservatives to trust her. So
Yeah, I was going to...
Who are you referring to? Which the woman?
Gotta put in Tulsi Gabbard.
You just gotta put in more time.
Tulsi Gabbard.
That's all.
He'll get them all fly. He'll get them all in. I mean,
Well, I'm curious, like, where is he going to position her?
Accept me as like a part of the
what would
Republican
be-
Party until like just like a year ago. Okay, it took me like a couple years to
he
get.
could do an ambassador. He could do an ambassador.
What would be a good position? What would be a good position for her?
I was
I
just
like
gonna say,
ambassador.
but
Secretary of Defense.
but she doesn't. Why no? Why? But she doesn't have a law degree. Hold on. So 1 second. So okay. How many ambassadors have we appointed without a legal
Well,
background?
does Nikki Haley have one? I don't even know. She was an ambassador. That's the question to
You know,
ask.
that's a great question. That's a great question.
No, I think she's a CPA, isn't she? I don't think she's a little.
How the heck did she become an ambassador as a CPA?
I guess just because she was a governor, but.
Another bad staffing by Trump.
Oh my God! Like,
We'll let it go.
there are people that spend their entire lives trying to work as an ambassador. The whole point is to have an education in international law, right? As well as a global history education, or whatever country you're wanting to be an ambassador in. Well, knowledge of their government system or the
Abby.
culture.
Abby would be a great ambassador. Like, she's a perfect one for that, you know? A lawyer.
Well, Abby doesn't have international. No, she wouldn't, because she doesn't have international. She doesn't have international law. Like, this is where I get mad.
That's probably true. You're right. Yeah.
I want to make sure, we're sticking. I mean, if it's going to be in France, okay, sure, fine. If you're going to be an ambassador there, but if we're sticking you in Turkey or Jordan, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of need to know what you're doing.
But like her whole thing for campaigning for him has been trying to stop war. Pretty much just trying to stop war. So what would be the best position for her to just continue doing what she's just been saying this whole time?
I have really no idea, truth be told. That's why when you guys said Tulsi Gabbard, I was a little confused as to what she would even contribute.
Maybe something with their military experience.
But what do we need in the
I don't
military?
know.
Are we doing military reformation within the military?
I don't know. There could be some streamlining. Who knows? There could be like under.
You don't think
under
that's
something,
needed, given the
undersecretary,
fact
I don't know.
that General Milley testified before Congress that we need to investigate January 6th to find out what right rage looks like?
I'm not arguing. Somebody said Secretary of State, and somebody said they wanted to bring in Tulsi Gabbard. My question to you guys, somebody said ambassador. The suggestions aren't making sense. So that's why I just said, what are we doing? Military reformation? that would make sense to put her in. I get that she's an all-star and she made Kamala Harris look like a little bitch during the election season. I'm just trying to make sure that Trump isn't just going to put in celebrity names into the cabinet. I'm looking for quality over celebrity.
If you look at somebody like, I know you hear me speaking.
Who?
I know you hear me speaking.
Who?
Rydell, if you look at somebody like Carolyn Kennedy, for example, who's been a U.S. ambassador twice, both to Japan and Austria, she used to sit on the New York Board of Education. This woman has no international or foreign relations experience at all. I mean, the list goes on as you guys are sitting here talking, and I'm going down the list of looking at who the current and the former ambassadors that we currently have in place.
Beautiful. The party starts at
That's weird to me. I mean, just
A lot of those ambassadorships are just for political appointees, and they're paying off people that supported whatever president got the job.
It's always been that way. It's true.
You got ambassador to Monaco, you got ambassador to Ireland, you got a whole bunch of really cush, beautiful, nice political appointments for some.
Well, that's why I
Foreign
said
service,
that's different.
but a foreign service. Let me finish. Well,
Hey, this is Max Kluber. Thanks for calling. Leave a message after the tone and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hey Max, hope everything is going well. Wanted to see if you want to go to Butch McGuire's tonight for a drink. I'm inviting all the Hinge ladies like I did last year, and I've got some fish on the line. So let me know if you want to go to a soiree. Take care, bye. Okay, happy birthday party. Let's celebrate. This is love. Can't thank you enough for coming. I knew you was gonna come, and I hope you's come again. Okay, we're gonna text this chick, Ali Sandra. Hi, Alessa. Andrew. It's John. Oh, fuck. So this is the problem with like inviting all these ladies to a party. Actually, it kind of creates demand or desire or competitiveness, which I noticed the last time I threw this type of a party where I invited all these random chicks.